everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Sweet Budgets. I wanted to show you guys how I actually make my DIY envelopes. So I introduced this just lately. It's not in store yet because I have been testing out these envelopes by myself and I've been adjusting the designs and also the sizes. So stay tuned. These will be up in my Etsy store. These were hand drawn. I tried out, like hand drawing, and I was inspired by circles. I love candy floss and also bubble gum, and so I kind of like incorporated them into my designs. So you might have seen previously I did make these envelopes here, and these are the ones that I use for my box. I wanted to use these for challenges, but I did end up using them to store my money for bills. So if you do have a box like this one, you can cut them and use them as challenges. These are printed on a thicker card, so I use 230 GSM, which is why you can see that they're quite nice and thick. And I use a knife to cut these out. So this is what I'm going to show you how I actually do it. So this is another set that I have already done, and I also cut this out with a knife. And I'm also going to show you how I actually round the corners of the tabs which are on top. So I also do realize that whatever type of paper that you use to print it out, the color might differ just very slightly. Obviously, if you print them on a glossy paper, they look amazing. Make sure it's a little bit of a thicker glossy paper, but I'm just going to go for a normal like ivory card, 230 GSM. So once you have printed them out like this, I'm going to do the first one. I'll just do one to show you guys. Um, Once you printed them out, these are all the tools that I use. So a ruler, a knife. I don't know what this is called, but it's basically like when I want to fold it up, I would use this. And scissors. So this is what I use to round the corners of my tabs. And my cat has decided to jump on the table. She might keep doing that, so bear with me. Right, so I'm going to take the design and I'm just going to do the easiest sides first and cut with a knife the longer sides to the envelopes. So this one is pretty easy because the guideline is basically these flaps. So I'm just going to do this. So how I do the tabs is I just take the ruler and do a straight line like this. So basically I have the top done, and then I'm going to cut the flaps. So I'm actually standing while doing this, and the table is a little bit low, so when it's a little bit low, it's harder for me to see exactly where I need to stop cutting. But that is how it is. Let me just get this one. Okay, so you can see that I have already cut. Okay, so I see that this is not straight, so I'm just going to straighten it out. And this happened because, yeah, I'm standing up, so I didn't really do a great job because I can't really see from far what I'm actually doing. Okay, so before I start folding these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut a sideways snip. Okay, I hope that you guys can see, but it's going to be a sideways snip, so it's going to look like that. And I'm going to do it on both sides. Okay, so you get something like this. And then how I round it up is I am going to cut just a teeny bit off the corner from each of the edges. So that's going to be my first one. Don't know if it's focusing. So you can see that it's slightly rounded. And then I'm going to do the same for the side edge. Okay. And then the same on this side. And the top edge. Okay. So as you can see, it has rounded. And whenever you use a knife, the sides will kind of lift. So you can just push it down. And you can see that, yeah, it's nice and rounded. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the other two pages. Okay, so I have already cut the sides and the tabs. So basically now it's just folding the envelopes and gluing them on. Now I am using this glue only because my tape glue is finished, but the tape glue is way better than this one. But because I do want to show you guys, I will just be using what I have. So how I fold this up is really simple. I just slide it up to the top and even it out with this knife. It's really funny how when I want to take a video, I just forget the names of stuff like that I'm using, like the tools that I'm using. Okay, so press that down. And then I will use a ruler to make the, I forgot what this is called again. So then I can easily fold the flaps just like that. And do it on the other side as well. If you have a board for this action that I am doing, it's easier to use that, but I don't have that board with me. So there you go. That is how your envelope would look. And then I will go ahead and glue the sides. I am going to just glue the sides. And then I'm going to press it down. Obviously use better glue. This one is just, you know, normal craft glue. So, but it's better to use a dry stick, just like this, instead of the wet one, because it might damage your card or your paper, whereas the dry one won't leave much of a residue like this. So what I would do with that is I would just usually like rub it off and it will come off. But yeah, obviously you can laminate this after you finish. You just go ahead and put it through a laminator and just cut off slightly here so that you have both sides of the tabs laminated. But I am basically just showing you this for those that don't have anything. And even if you don't have a printer, you know, if you have a printer at work and you just want to print a few, if they let you, obviously ask for permission first, or you have your own printer. So that's the only thing that you really just need, is just have some paper and a printer. But then if not, you can probably just borrow a friend's printer or an office printer, school printer, and that's about it. So that the envelopes are done. If there are any extras on top like this one, you can just go ahead and slice it off just so that it looks nice and neat like that. Okay, so now you have your envelopes, and then there's one. And then, okay, so this is my binder that I would like to use with it. I actually got this a very long time ago, last year. So I have some other ones here that I showed earlier. Ta-da! Lovely. And basically this is how it will look like. So all the lovely envelopes inside here, and also for each of these envelopes that are purchased, they will come with a cash log, so you can use it together with your envelopes. So that's what it looks like. So yes, this is how you can make your own envelopes if you do not have any other tools to use except for your hands and the basics. And the best part about it is you can just make as many as you want, and you know, like print whenever to replace it or as you like. Okay, thanks guys for staying with me for this tutorial, and I'll catch you in the next one.